when it comes down to, some of these tarot readers or whatever, I don't really recommend people to really seek out tarot readers just because that's kind of taken away from Jehovah God purpose and his power and who he is, because he is the Alpha, the Omega. And so if you are, tuning in more into a tarot reader than trusting in Jehovah God direction, then it's kind of like you're looking to a human to try to give you direction and guidance. And a lot of times tarot readers, they're not always accurate what they say. They don't always have the truth. And with Jehovah, when he gives you direction, Jehovah will give you perfect direction, right? Jehovah can use an imperfect person to give somebody direction to a certain degree. But to like listen to tarot readers all the time, I wouldn't really recommend that, because a lot of times tarot readers are making up a story. They just saying things and just it sounds good, it sounds entertaining, but at the same time it could be lies. You don't really know, right? Because I've seen things that they would say certain types of things, and I realized it was inaccurate, and I feel like that's the fame in my character. And so because of that, I realized that people shouldn't truly trust in a tarot reader. I do believe that some of them, they probably mean well. They probably want to give somebody clarity or guidance, but essentially, that's what Jehovah God is for. Jehovah can use people to probably give a person a message or share something with them, but at the same time, the Bible condemns tarot reader cards because it's spiritism, right? And it's was definition. It's pretty much against Jehovah God, is right? It's demonic and it's not necessarily from the Lord. And that's why a lot of people that are tarot readers, they're false prophets, because you can't be a tarot reader and be a prophet at the same time. It's not going to add up, because tarot readers are interpretation of what they're saying. Prophets are actually like true messages and messages that come from the Lord, things that only Jehovah God would know. So for them to like pull a card and say, oh, this is your future, or they know certain types of information, they wouldn't know, because God may not reveal that information to certain people, or it's closed off, or he probably only show or tell certain types of individuals certain things. So if you go by what tarot readers say, you may get inaccurate information, or it may be things that you kind of probably already know. Your intuition already knows. It's just more of like a confirmation type of thing. But at the same time, it's also, that they go around, they make up lies. Because, like I said, they have made up lies about me. And I had to, like, let them know, like, I don't appreciate what you just said, because you just made up a lie about me. That's not accurate at all. That's not what's going on in my life right now. But they're trying to make it seem like that's what it is, because they go by horoscopes. And the Bible doesn't speak about horoscopes. The Bible says the fruit of the Spirit. It don't say if you a Libra, if you a Leo, if you a Sagittarius, if you an Aquarius. It doesn't say anything about that. So again, that's not from Jehovah God, and they be thinking that they just team God and God is with them. No, he not. God is not with you like that, love. I'm not trying to be mean to you, but God is not with you like that, because at the end of the day, you're doing something that God doesn't even like, that God is against in his word. And God can't go against his own word. So you may mean well to a certain degree. And just because you got a certain type of following doesn't mean that's from God. That could be from the devil. So just be mindful of who y'all listening to.